Oftentimes, there's always that hunger in our hearts to pray. Oftentimes, we desire to pray. We really want to pray. Oftentimes, we study, we read, we listen to messages just to motivate us to pray. But you see, prayer is far, far beyond listening to messages or reading books. All this in itself are very important. But beyond that, prayer is actually praying in itself. Prayer is actually praying. Okay, until you've actually started praying, you've not actually started praying. And for this particular video, our anchor scripture is taken from the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 17, which says pray without ceasing. It's a very popular verse, and I hope that as you watch this video, you will actually understand better on how to build an effective prayer life, okay, on how to actually pray. Welcome back, my awesome tribe. Welcome back to my channel. Remember that on this channel I'm about faith, wellness, and lifestyle. You are very, very welcome. If you are in that category where you want to just pray because you realize that, you know, a prayerless Christian is a powerless Christian. It is very, very important you understand that this world is not all physical, okay? This world is not all physical. So the more you understand that we live in a world where it's a battle. Thank God for the unseen battles that God has keeps fighting for us. We give God the glory. But you see, prayer is just beyond just fighting battles. Prayer is communication with God. Prayer is koinonia. Prayer is fellowship. Prayer is wanting to seek God and know God more. So it is very important that you get this right. You get the prayer, what prayer is in itself. It will save you a lot, and you will have a very good foundation and a good basis for prayer, okay? So first of all, today I'm going to be talking about, you know, praying is actually praying, okay? Praying is actually praying. And for you to pray without ceasing, you have to understand that some of you want to wait for a sacred moment, for a sacred time. It's okay to have prayer time. It's okay to have a particular time you seclude for prayer. But it's okay to realize that even in your kitchen while you are cooking, you can actually pray. You have to realize that even while walking, you can actually pray. Okay, prayer is not limited to just a church or just a particular moment. Of course, as I said, moments are good, but you have to be prayer conscious for you to actually pray. So even when I'm walking randomly on the road, I should pray. Even when I'm in the kitchen, even when I'm washing my clothes, even when I'm washing plates, even when I'm doing any domestic work, wherever I am, even when it looks like I'm extremely busy, I should pray. And now prayer is always being conscious that I am talking to God. So even when I go to the market and I buy that new clothes and I buy that new shoe, I am going to definitely pray about it. I'm like, God, I thank you for this shoe. I thank you for this clothes. In fact, I pray as little as even buying, when I buy lip gloss, I pray for my lip gloss because I don't know where the lip gloss is coming from. So I say, Lord, thank you for this lip gloss. It's not be harmful. I pray for every single thing, okay? For you to actually have an effective prayer life, for you to actually start to build little steps, okay? Little steps, as I said, because you see one thing about prayer is, it's like, how do I put it? It's like, will I say an engine when it's about to start, you just be then it's not be increasing in its tempo. So that's how it is. You see, sometimes when you actually say, oh, okay, I just want to pray, you find out that the more you pray, the more you want to pray. Yes, the more you pray, the more you want. That's why the devil and so many distractions will make sure that you don't even start praying at all, because once you start, most times the tendency that you want to always have more and more. So first of all, you have to realize that you can pray anywhere, you can pray at any time. Secondly, it's also very important to have a special place for prayer. We have study place. You have, maybe when you want to study, you have a study table, you have a reading table, why don't have a prayer place? Have that room. If you've not watched, see, one of the movies that inspired me so much to actually have this particular place for prayer is War Room. You see, they have this particular room where they pray, where they write their prayer point. And for me, you see, that is a very, very good way to actually, you know, create an environment that will be very convenient for you to pray, if you get what I mean. It might not be a room because I stay in the hostel, for example. How many room do I have to actually create another room? So it can be that corner of your room where you just go there to kneel and pray. It can be anywhere. I have a friend that gave me a testimony that there's this place on her bed, like she just used to turn to the right side of the wall and just pray. Whenever that's where she prays, that's where she does her studies. Her bed, though, is her bed, but just at the wall, she just goes there and she just prays there. That way, so one day she could not even pray and she was not feeling fine. She just went to that corner and she laid down, and she said when she woke up the next day, she was actually well. This is the testimony from a friend that was just me, and I was like, wow. You see, so creating that space and that environment where you pray is very important. As much as I said, we can pray anywhere, anytime, because that way you're actually prayer conscious. But it's also very good to have that particular space where you pray. That particular space where you pray is very, very important. Secondly, if you want to be prayer conscious, you can set alarms to pray. See, it might not be always in the night. It can just be in the day, and just say, just set, maybe most people like to do 12 o'clock, 3, 6, 9, just those 3 hours of the day. You can set your alarm. If you know, see, one thing about the body is that if your body is positioned to keep waking up at a particular time, it will keep waking up at that time. You see, when I was writing exam, I was used to waking up in the night to read. After exam, it took my body a lot of time to actually go back to this reset factory to realize that at this time you're supposed to be sleeping, not waking up because you're done with the exam. So you see, whatever you train your body with, it becomes part of you. Okay, so actually you can actually set different alarms to actually pray. Okay, you can set alarms to pray. It is very, very important. You see, this is a serious business. So if you want to actually build the habit of praying, you have to go all out for it, because your body will stop you. Because you see, the body is always tired. The body can be so, not even always tired. The body can just look for excuses every time not to do what it's supposed to do, not to do what is beneficial for it. So you see, and prayer is one of them. And you see, for you to have a stable, for you to have a Christian life that actually grows and yield results, you have to pray. You see, if you read in the Bible, there were so many times that the Bible will say Jesus withdrew to pray, Jesus withdrew to pray, Jesus withdrew to pray. So it is very important. It is our life. The Bible says pray without ceasing. Prayer is our life. It's like saying you love somebody. For those of you that are married, it's like saying you love somebody, or even those in a relationship, and you don't talk to that person a whole day, 2 days. And we know that communication, even in relationship, even in marriage, is one of the go-to for marriage. For you to have an effective marriage, communication is key. Like, communication is very important, and that's how it is, because we're also in a relationship with God. It's also a love affair when it comes to God. So prayer is the way we talk to God. Prayer is the way we communicate. We tell him how we feel. Okay, so it's very important to take it seriously, especially for people who want to learn the habit of praying. That people that obviously already, they pray for hours. They can go for 50 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours. Amazing. But I'm doing this video, people who are just trying to find their space, who are just trying to find a prayer life, who are saying osas, or who are saying blessing. I've tried. Sometimes I will pray, particularly I will pray on Monday. On Tuesday I'll be tired, or Wednesday. I understand that people who, do a lot of tasks, they are always, as I said from the beginning, that you must not wait for a particular time to have a special moment where you pray. You must not have for a wow moment. Whenever you have the opportunity, whenever you have the time, it is very important that you build a prayer life. Okay, so this video is for you, for people who are genuinely seeking that desire. They really want to pray. They're really trying so hard to build an effective prayer life. I want you not to be too hard on yourself. I know sometimes you go online and you see a lot of things. People say, oh, we're going for 10 hours. As I said, it's amazing. Okay, but I want you to realize that it's a gradual process. I want you to know that it's a gradual step. Okay, you can start from 10 minutes. Yes, you can start from 5 minutes. Okay, you can say, okay, today I want to pray 30 minutes a day, and you might not pray the whole 30 minutes at once. You can start from, okay, setting your alarms that every hour I will pray for 10 minutes. Maybe by 3 o'clock I pray from 3 o'clock to 3:10. Even if you're in a busy place, you can just say a prayer in your heart. Yes, we've all been in that situation where I can actually be sitting down with you and you are talking and my mind is not there. My mind might be somewhere else. It has happened to the very best of people. So it's okay to actually be somewhere, even when that time when your alarm just rings and it gives you that, maybe you're in a place where you can't even, you can just pray in your heart and say, Lord, thank you. When you begin to build that step, it's a gradual process. Okay, do not want to start little. Okay, let's start together. Let's grow little by little. Okay, so you can start from that little time where you are like, okay, let me start praying. Let me start praying for 5 minutes. Let me start praying for 10 minutes. But all I'm saying is that just make sure that every single day of your life, you are interacting with God. And don't always pray. There are people that only when they are in trouble, they pray. Only when they want something from God, they pray. Please, prayer should be even when in your happiest moment, even when in your joyful moments, in whatever circumstance, even when you're so excited, just pray. Okay, always pray. Even when something good comes your way, oh Lord, I thank you for this thing that has come my way. Just keep praying. No matter how little it is very important that you keep praying. And as I said before, no matter how many videos, whatever it is that you watch, prayer you only learn how to pray when you start to pray. You only learn how to pray when you start to pray. So even if you watch my video and you do not actually take cognizance, you do not actually take effect of praying, that after this video, just say a word of prayer in your heart. Okay, when you start to pray, that's when you will learn how to pray. Okay, so even when you see people that you say, oh, this person can admire them, and you want to, you truly desire that koinonia, that fellowship with God, just remember that you are in your own space. Just remember that you will grow. Just remember that, okay, I can do better in my own. So just start little by little. As I said, it's a gradual process. It's a gradual step. Okay, and as long as you are determined, as long as of course there are days where you might not be 100%. There are days where you might not, you're okay, but in those days I want you to still struggle, still try your best. Okay, to just pray. It is very important. As I said before, the world is not all physical. Okay, and in this world you just want to be just want to belong to a particular side. Okay, so that you are for God or you are not. So, and it's just not, just don't just don't be an ordinary Christian. Just don't settle for less, okay? And as I said, this is for people who genuinely want to grow, or this video is for somebody who is struggling with praying, or who is just finding it difficult to pray, or maybe you used to be a very prayerful person, but all of a sudden you find out that, oh, what's happening to me? You become so busy with activities, or life is happening. This is a call for you to go back. This is a call for you to just, go back to God and say, God, what is happening? I need that feeling back. I need that, I need to love you. There's one prayer I used to pray. I say, God, help me to love you, because myself, I cannot do it. I'm a human being, and human beings are full of a lot of limitation. But with God helping us, that's the only way we become better. It's even only God that can actually help us to even love him the way he wants us to love him. So it's always important to go back to God and seek help in those times where we know that our strength fail, where we know that we feel like we're not living the way we should, okay? So I hope this video was helpful, even if I know it was a bit not too in pieces, but I hope that you were able to pick one or two things that you deem helpful to you, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please also share this video so it can get to a lot of people and so that it can bless as much lives as possible. Thank you for always stopping by. Thank you for the love and the support. I will definitely see you on another one. As I said before, remember, to learn how to pray, it's actually to start praying. See you next time on another beautiful and amazing video. Bye.